on my mental schedule for a while now. But just as we've gotten closer to it, I think it's really important for, me and our team to realize that we can't let the moment get too big for us, and it's just a basketball game at the end of the day. Two teams that really want to win and play at a high level, so it'll be a fun afternoon.
You got to play against them in 2020, but obviously, no fans were allowed or anything. So, how special is this that you'll actually get to play in front of people?
Yeah, my junior year, we went there and played against them, which was cool. And then last year we played against them, but I wasn't there. I was watching from my couch, so it'll be a little bit of a different, obviously, atmosphere and feel than last year. But obviously we're in a different jersey this time around, and I know how much this means to our fan base, and I'm just really excited to get out there and play free and just do it with a group of guys that I love playing with.
You and Baylor have obviously had some great battles over the last few years. It's going to feel weird having two completely different teams around you, but going head to head again.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool story for us. Like you said, obviously came from two different universities, and now being Nebraska kids, obviously representing different schools, but just to get that that feeling for us, it'll be a cool moment for both of us.
What jumps out about Creighton when you watch them on film?
Just the pace they play with, and obviously we can't have costly turnovers because they get out, they run. All five of their guys know how to make the right plays in the right situations, and obviously they shoot it really well as well. So yeah, we're excited, and it'll be a fun time.
You guys have had 20 assists back-to-back games. What's been the difference as far as just the offensive ball movement and things kind of clicking at a higher level these last couple of months?
Yeah, I think Coach kind of talked about it, about our trip in Florida. But yeah, after that second game, we kind of changed some things offensively, and obviously getting Derek back helps a lot. And I think we're seeing just the unselfishness of this team, and maybe we don't have a guy that scores 25, 30 points a game, but we'll have 5 or 6 guys in the 10 to 15 range, and I think that in on the back end is actually harder to prepare for, and we're going to use that to our advantage.
This is the first time we've talked to you since he's been back. You guys talked during the preseason about how excited you were to play with each other. So what's it been like the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's been really cool. I think we understand the game kind of on the same level, and to be honest, we kind of play similarly, just unselfishly. And Derek is one of the best passing big men in the country, so obviously who's not going to like to play with that? But yeah, just the edge that he brings, and just the force he is down there, kind of a little bit of bully ball sometimes, and he just brings a new dynamic to our offense and defense for sure.
Coach talked about wanting you to be more aggressive as a shooter. Where's the balance for you as far as being a facilitator, being the point guard, but also looking for your own shot more?
Yeah, that's definitely something that, quite honestly, I've kind of struggled with, if you will, my whole career. It's just I've tried to put other players in positions to score, sometimes too much, and the coaching staff has done a really good job, watching film with me, or just in practice pulling me aside and saying, like, you got to shoot that. You're a really good shooter, and you have to believe that. So just trusting in my work that I've put in, and just kind of not always letting the game come to me. Sometimes you got to not force it, but be aggressive, like you said, and take some of those shots.
Maybe a stupid question, but how do you practice that? How do you fix that?
I think just reps, and just as more games go on, obviously you see a lot more things, different situations, and watching film, watching it back, just you kind of realize that maybe you did pass up this shot, you passed up that shot, just so the next time that shot comes around, you're mentally prepared, and like I talked about, the work that you put in before, just trusting in that. So.
How do you need to attack a team like Creighton, where they've got a great shot blocker and they're trying to funnel everything to him?
Yeah, it really comes down to, like I just talked about, especially in this situation, this moment, we all kind of know our roles of this team, and we can't let the moment get to us and kind of go astray. I think we've really seen that this year. Anytime that we face adversity, we're a really resilient group, and obviously the environment is going to be the toughest environment that we've played in so far this year. But just to make sure that we stay together, trusting the person to my left, to my right, trusting the coaching staff, the game plan that we're going to have, and just believing in that and going out and executing. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
No cough drop today?
I'm good, thanks, Amy. Yeah, we got a TCU score. They were driving.
7-0.
Nice.
13 play, 92-yard drive.
Wow. Yeah, my son's there.
Council Bluffs own.
Yes, yes. Ready? Okay. What? Yeah, questions?
I know this is, you've been through the Creighton, Nebraska series for a while. This is a new group. What's kind of your message to some of the guys that haven't experienced playing at CHI with fans and just that what this rivalry is all about?
Yeah, I mean, it's an incredibly talented team, and I think you saw that on full display against Texas the other night. They shoot forward 27 and still had a chance to win that game against the number 2 team in the country. So just high-powered, high-octane. We're going to have to be very smart with our attack. We can't be trying to go over Kalkbrenner at the rim. He's an elite level shot blocker, and when he blocks shots, it's basically a turnover that leads to a basket. So have to be really smart. You can't go over top of him. You have to try to get into his body if you're going to shoot in that situation, and then taking care of the basketball. They just thrive. Once they start playing downhill, they're unstoppable. So going to have to get off to a good start. Understanding it is one of the toughest places to play in the country. And, if you can get off to a good start and, play with energy, match what Creighton's going to do. I know they're coming off that loss, so it's going to be a huge energy game to start. But I've been really impressed with their group. And, Shireman is so gifted in the open court and his ability to make plays, make shots. Nemhard with the ball in his hands, elite level rim attack player, getting downhill. And all their guys make shots. I mean, it's skill all the way across the board. Every guy that's on the floor is a threat. They run so many plays. You have to really have a conceptual type game plan. You're not going to be able to cover everything that they run, and they play with a lot of freedom. So, again, it's going to be a heck of a challenge. I like our group. I think it's a team that's playing with some confidence right now. They're doing a great job sharing the basketball. They played very unselfishly. They've gotten the ball to the right guy when he's gotten it going, whether it's Casey or CJ or Derek or Sam in the post. So, it is a team that is very balanced, and hopefully we go in there and play well and give ourselves a chance.
Sam hasn't played in this particular rivalry, but he probably knows about it as well as anybody on the team. Have you seen a difference in him the last couple days? Just you talked about he's had this one circle for a long, basically probably since he committed.
Yeah, I mean, it is. Growing up in a situation, obviously 2 different teams in a hometown of a rival game with Iowa State, Iowa, it was always a little something extra with that game. And I tried to talk to my teammates that were from different parts of the country, different parts of the world, about the importance of that type of game. But you can't let it affect. You can't change the way you play just because of all the hype that surrounds this game. They're a top 10 team in the country. When it's all said and done, that's a team that's going to be competing for a national championship. So we have to go in there and really play to our principles. But Sam, yes, being a part of this, growing up watching it, it is always something a little extra when you have a rivalry game like this. On the road, it's going to be tough. It's going to be hostile. But again, we've got some experience. We've got some age on this team that I think will handle it well. But we have to go out there when we do hit an adverse patch. We have to handle it the right way, and we have to play consistently for 40 minutes. Yeah, I think it's been pretty resilient, this group, for the most part. Obviously St. John's, when they went on their run in the second half, we had trouble stopping it. Derek gives us an option that we didn't have in that game to be able to step out on the floor and really help with pressure that hurt us in that St. John's game. I think you've seen the last couple games when teams have pressured us, we've really been able to make them pay for it because you've got the big to take the other team's center away from the basket. And, it gives you cutting opportunities when you're getting overplayed like that. And we feel good about the ball in Derek's hands, where he's one of the best playmakers at that spot in, certainly in the Big Ten and maybe in the country. So, Blaze gave us unbelievable minutes the other night as well. And the experience that Blaze got with Derek out of the lineup is invaluable. And I think you saw that with the minutes that he gave our team in the last game. But, everybody that stepped on the floor the other night, I thought made a positive impact on the game. And, to be able to stretch that lead in the second half, that's 2 in a row now, where we've really done a good job coming out of the gate in the second half, where we struggled early with that. So, it's going to be important. We have to have sustained effort for 40 minutes in this game. If at any point you take your foot off the gas or drop your head or hang your head during a tough stretch, they're going to pounce on you. So, just have to stay very poised, play a disciplined game, and again, hopefully give ourselves a chance. Yeah, I think you see the difference in our team. And when we faced a couple of those pressure teams, St. John's, Oklahoma, his first game back when he was getting his timing with Memphis, you just saw how much teams made us uncomfortable. But when we get the ball to Derek in the middle of the floor, like we did against Florida State, who made pressure as much as anybody, they played 2 or 3 men up the line and really get out in passing lanes and try to deny everything. So you saw the impact Derek had on that game. All the way through the box score, scoring it, rebounding it, assists, and you have that security when not many fives are going to be able to get out and deny Derek up the floor. If they do, we should hopefully be able to use that to our advantage. But just what he has provided us, he's able to stabilize things, calm things down when that pressure ramps up, and you've seen the difference in our team with Derek on the floor. All right, see you guys tomorrow.